Yo, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
What did I do? What did I do? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what I did? Did I do anything? Did I just exist? And it's a problem for the world. Did I do something?
Delusions of grandeur. It's not a problem for the world. I just know you're about to do something. So whatever you're about to do, just do it so we can get it over with. I'm projecting?
Yeah, you think.
No,
and
I know.
Because of it,
you pre-warned me.
What did I pre-warn you and do? What did I
Whatever
pre-warn
you
and
gotta do, just do it so we can get it over with.
I'm not doing nothing. We're living. I'm happy to be here. It's a Monday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with friends.
That's the setup.
Here
What?
we fucking go.
What?
I mean, you just happen to ask us if does anybody have the homie court music?
So is everybody on edge right now?
I mean, I'm wondering.
You're wondering?
Yeah,
Why? Have you done anything?
maybe. I mean,
What could you possibly have done, best friend?
it could be anything.
Could be anything because of you or because of me?
A little bit of both.
What about you? The one that's so like, you set this off. Anything?
How did I set
Have you
this
done
off?
anything to warrant?
Do we ever
Said
do anything
homie
to warrant homie courts from you? Those shits be coming out of left field. Like, it'll be like, last week, Wednesday at 10 o'clock, you tweeted something and now you're in homie court. And it's just like, oh, nigga, what? Like,
Do y'all have to find that you have issues with your friends and y'all could talk about it? Like, are there things that y'all just, if you have something, do you say it? Do you hold on to it?
I don't really have issues with my friends. My
Never.
friends don't really have issues with me. Everybody just exists in their own stratosphere. We come together.
You never find like, yo, that's weird. Like, you never be like, no? Like, say I call Loon, right? I got something I really want to talk to him about. Sometimes it's business. Sometimes it's personal. Nigga always sends you the voicemail. Always sends you the voicemail.
But his phone is on D&D.
King, I'm gonna hit you 1 sec. I'm gonna hit you right back.
And then never call you back.
Never call you back.
I know.
See that nigga off on dates and shit like that. And he comes in here, he's on the phone. When he comes here, he's on the phone. Nigga W, million times. I said, bro, I could be going through anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Hitting them. Yo, hit me right back. Hitting them, exclamation point. Yo, gotta talk. All right, I'm gonna hit you right back. 7-8 hours later. Yo,
At least
King,
you get 7-8 hours. I get weeks.
So is this something that you came here and we spoke about this on the show? You
Yeah,
had an
we
issue
spoke
with him
about
as a
it.
friend. So you do have issues with friends.
Yeah, few and far between. Most times I just let people live in their own stratosphere.
Tron, what about you?
Yeah, I find like I'm getting more confrontational now than earlier in my life. Not confrontational in a bad way, like
Right.
starting beef, but like, yeah, if something bothers me between friends, I'm gonna say something.
How long after said occurrence do you wait?
I try to do it immediately, but if it take a little time, everybody busy, then that's okay too. Still needs to be addressed.
Oh, God. I just...
Melly.
Leave Melly alone. So.
Don't even just
Do
stay
you
in
find
your show.
that you when you have an issue with somebody, do you mention it?
Most times I do not.
So you carry it around.
Yes, I do.
That's great. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're dragging it. Can you just say what you got to say so we can move the fuck on?
I'm chilling for now. No, at some point today. Like, so what I want to do, I'm not sure if I want to do. I want to do.
Then do it. Just
I don't know
fucking
if I
do
should
it.
do it, though.
Just do it and get it over with, because now you done blown everybody
So
in the
now
room.
you getting aggravated? You don't know what's going on. You getting aggravated?
I'm not aggravated. I'm just saying, like, you teetering around. Like, if you got a problem, say what your problem is so we can move on.
I have several problems.
All right, start.
I have several problems.
With the
Also, I
people
have
in this
something-
room?
Did I say something to you?
I'm asking a question.
I'm speaking. Like, you ready? You ready to fight? I'm literally speaking.
Okay.
I tell her I want to talk about one thing today, right? Oh, there's a fucking war going on. I said, hey, talk about the war. I start researching this shit. I said, hey, y'all want to talk about... They're not talking about no fucking war.
I said that? Did I say that?
What did you say? What was it that was said?
I'd have to look back at the videotape.
Look back. Let's read the whole thing from top to bottom.
I honestly do want to speak about some things, but you said that you don't want to talk about it on the show. You want to talk about it on Patreon.
Yeah.
So I don't know if. Do you still want to talk about it on Patreon? Because we could just talk about it right now and then put the Patreon.
I mean, we could do that, but my man told me before I left the house, don't say nothing crazy about the war. So I can't say nothing crazy about the war.
We can talk about black people all day, but once it comes to Jewish people, we can't say nothing?
Yes.
John, you agree?
No. No one is above reproach.
But you're so worried about your job and the way you look in the public.
Listen, nobody is above reproach as long as you address it respectfully. Like, listen, I'm not gonna. You don't have to, like, what's the word? I don't know. Like, insult people or make it racial or biased to talk about war and politics and things of that nature. Like, that's a red flag if you're telling me I can't mention nothing about you. You know what I mean? Like, so what is
But on a show?
What's the problem?
On a show, though?
Like, we're media.
Yeah.
Like, we can't talk about certain
And there are things that you should talk about, right? Like, openly.
Yeah.
So.
This is homie court. In the shameless justice system, friendship-based offenses are considered especially heinous. These are their stories.
Tron!
I already knew it.
Me too.
You set me up.
It's so funny that you say that.
Yes,
there are
it
things
is.
you should address.
Let's do it.
Things that you should talk about. Now, we get off the phone. We get on the phone the other day. What was it? You called me, right? What are we talking about?
I hate it here.
I don't know. We spoke in confidence off the record, but apparently it's going to be aired out, I guess. You know. Guess you can't just call your best friend and shoot the shit anymore.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Is that what we're going with?
I mean, apparently not. Now we got to. Okay, let's talk about it.
I find it so
Let's talk about it in front of everybody.
I find it so funny that nigga says that. I'm in here, I'm talking to the nigga. He's like, yo, you go to the gym? I said, yo.
Oh yeah.
I used to go to the gym, but you know what I'm saying? My trainer, he was like my accountability partner. Ever since I got a deal for the nigga for getting people to sign up for the nigga, he was supposed to do him for free. He don't hit me no more. He don't hit me. I gotta chase him down for us to go to the gym together. He's like, that's crazy, right? About 2-3 days later, I'm in the crib, minding my fucking business. I get a phone call from my trainer. Yo, you been talking about me to niggas? I said, I don't know, maybe.
That's exactly what he said.
I said, maybe, why? You want to refresh my memory? I'm not sure. I talk shit about a lot of people. He said, I heard you been telling niggas that I don't hit you no more because ever since we made the deal or whatever. I'm like, I spoke about that to my I said that here, Charmin back. Yo, I threw you under the bus. They don't even know each other. This nigga Charm done went and found somebody to tell a confidence to. But now they don't even know each other. Strangers. But now when I do it, it's a problem. And what'd you say? Hey, nigga, yeah. You have to get me back for this now. What'd you say?
I owed you that.
You owe me that.
You had it coming.
Good.
You had it coming.
Good.
I didn't even know that we were going here, but I'm okay with going here. Because you deserved it. Because it was a good one. First of all, it was all in fun and games. But second of all, it was a good one. I was like, I gotcha. You know what I mean?
What's the good one? Got you for what?
Because of all the jabs on the podcast the last couple of weeks.
So you
know where it's coming from.
Walk around with it.
And you were waiting for me to get you back on the show. I was like, I'm going to get you. And then I found the opportunity. I happened to be in the gym. And yeah, I don't know your trainer that well, but I know Ryo. And they was together. And like they always say when I see them both, yo, what's up with your man? We see you here all the time. But my own client, the dude I'm training, is never in the gym. I was like, oh, yeah, about that.
Guess what he said about you.
Yeah. I was like, well, he actually told me that you're ducking him. He was like, really? His face changed up, called you on speakerphone, and I was there for it, and I loved it.
Trom, do you find that you gaslight people often?
Nah,
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Do you think you're passive aggressive at all?
Sometimes.
Do you think more often than not that when you say you're confrontational, do you actually approach things straight on, or do you address it in a passive aggressive way?
I wouldn't consider myself confrontational. I said I'm more confrontational.
Yo, I'm leaving the show.
No.
Yo.
Let me finish my sentence. I said I am more confrontational than I used to be. I wouldn't consider myself a confrontational person.
Trom, you got on the phone with me the other day. I just find you so, ever since we was 13 years old, I've been drawn to your energy. I'm serious. I've been drawn. I think that you're an amazing individual, personality-wise, unmatched. As we got older, I noticed that, defensiveness and certain shit. But I think that's just a part of growing up. You take in a lot of shit from the world and you build a wall to it, whatever it may be, whatever it is. But ultimately, you're the most amazing person I've ever met. The way your brain works too, right? That being said, look at Dina in the comments. And he fine, right? And thank you for letting me use your shirt today. I'm lying. We had the same shirt. But that being said, do you not like me? I'm asking you a serious question. Do you?
Damn, dog.
I'm asking you a serious question. Do you hate me?
Because I really think that you hate all of us.
I thought it was friendly fire.
No, we're not talking about this.
I ain't talking about
It's
that.
bigger than this.
Okay.
Can I chime in on this?
Yeah.
I really think you hate us.
Really?
I really
it's us?
believe this in my heart of
I
hearts.
just hate the room.
I do. I believe that shit. I believe that shit wholeheartedly. I think you like us individually, but I think you hate us as so shameless. I think you hate us.
I think you hate me. Do you hate me?
Nah.
Can you say it straight face? You don't hate me.
I don't.
I can't.
Because a nigga calls me, right? We have this whole conversation about his involvement with the show.
Oh, shit.
We speak about him, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I want you to do whatever you want to do. Certain things with the show, I'm willing for you to do whatever you want to do. Let me know if that's what you want to do. Tell me and it's done. Right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
I was like, yo, I don't like the fact that you ever felt away. You know, me and Dodge take a lot of the A mic, B mic type thing, but like your commentary is so important. And I love that, right? And I said that, I think I've said that without you being around on internet. I'm like, yo, Trom's fucking amazing the way he thinks. That being said, you don't post very much about the show.
Correct.
You don't rep the brand like it's your shit, right? And we spoke about that. You was like, yo, I don't post nothing. Like, you know, I need to be better at that. I don't post nothing. And I go back and I start looking at your Instagram. I'm like, damn, you did actually post a show. It was the one day me and her wasn't here. It was the only day that you posted the show. It was the one
only
day
time.
That's
that
not
we
true.
wasn't here.
That's the
It's
only
literally, if you
time.
go on your page right now, DJ Trauma NYC, you go scrolling down, there you are with your friend, Free, and Cream. Me and Dodge ain't nowhere to be found.
He was not there that
You
day.
scroll down a little bit.
A couple years ago.
Not a couple years
Go
ago.
back a couple years.
If you just scroll down a little bit on Instagram, half of my page is so shameless.
Now, why would you tell that lie like that?
Look at my page.
I did. And I threw you under the bus. But at least I didn't do it with a stranger.
I said, Trom actually does. So we spoke about it. We had a good conversation. I'm not going to go into all the particulars as you thought I was going to do. But I said, you know, you don't even we're not even getting to the meat of the problem right now.
It's Melly's fault.
How?
This is good. Plot twist. Plot twist.
Enlighten me. How's it my fault?
I don't know. I had to find something to grab onto. So the post that you're referring to with the episode with Cream and Free, we took a picture. We don't always take pictures, or the pictures that we do take don't end up in the chat. If I had a picture, I'd share it. Thanks, Mel.
Say no more. We're going to put mad pictures in that group.
Let's do it, Melly.
Right. Melly's actually been doing really good with certain shit, with promotion. By the way, Melly, I wasn't bullshitting when I said the things that I did see you do. I think those were for Hard Soil. I did love it, and I hope you continue that here with So Shameless. That shit was fire. But
Can I debunk Trom real quick? Because you be lying.
please go ahead.
Trom has 1,253 posts on Instagram. He has 3 pictures of us. One is from our photo shoot from 2020. It's just him. The second one is from November 27th, 2018. And it's all of us on the stoop, and we have Bobby with us. Mm-hmm. And the next one is from October 9th, 2018, when we was all at a live show.
I had more pictures than that. I was hacked.
Tron,
Nigga said half.
we spoke about this on the show. We spoke about this on the phone. Oh, I don't post like that. You know, I got to get better at it. You know, it's a whole thing. And we was like, he's talking about how you don't represent. And I was like, bro, he's like, he don't think, at some point you said you don't think the show represents you well when it comes to your business, right? Your other things that you do. And I kind of understood that. That was when I was naming the show Titties in Your Mouth and Dick in Your Butt and things like that. You was like, yo, the titles be crazy.
I got to interrupt you, because I know you're paraphrasing, but words are important. It's not that it doesn't represent me well. I told you that I feel self-conscious because I teach kids. Mm-hmm. It's one thing, like Dodge teaches kids as well, right? But I'm an entrepreneur. So but the microscope that I'm under is a little bit different as far as my brand. So, and I'm not saying this as an excuse. I admitted to you that I'm too self-conscious about it. I need to get over myself. I overthink things.
Tron, do people come up to you in the street, say, I've seen your podcast?
Yes.
Very often?
Yes.
Do you not think that the people in your school have seen your podcast?
Some of them, yes.
So posting, I don't understand. We have our videos do 500,000, 300,000. We have million views on it. So like you think that
not everybody,
1,700 people.
It doesn't end up on everybody's Explorer page. If you put it on your own page, it's different. There's certain people that.
So why don't you make another page?
He thought about it. He said, yeah, he mentioned that. So the funny thing wasn't even none of this, right? I swear to God, the funny thing wasn't even none of this because. I understand, it has irked me over time, but what you bring to the show is still amazing. So it is what it is. Right? Well, hopefully we'll get to a point where, really?
I was trying to turn it off.
Hopefully we get to the point where you do feel more comfortable. Who knows, right? Whatever it is, and it is. The funny thing was, we get off the phone and we're talking, after talking about how much you don't post, how much this, that, and the other, and 10 minutes later, I see a post goes up. Yeah. DJ Trauma NYC. I'm out here. How many? Who is the people that you were posting with?
DJ Enough and Mr. C.
Mr. C, DJ Enough, and somebody else too.
No, that was it.
Oh,
and then it was Ben Hameen special.
Ben, DJ Enough, Mr. C, and I said, "See, this nigga hates us because when you're proud about something, you want people to know this is what I'm doing. When you like, yeah, look at the fuck I'm doing. You want people to see it." I'm sitting here in my crib, and I look at their post and I said, I think this nigga hates me. Because that's not gaslighting. Is that not gaslighting? 10 minutes, immediately after you get off the phone, you go scroll something and find something else to post about. Fuck you, nigga. That's how it felt. Can you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. I posted it as soon as we got off the phone.
Guilty. I'm guilty.
Yeah, I'll take the charge on it.
And that shit was crazy because I opened my Instagram. That was the first post I saw. And I sent it to Tahoe. I'm like, yo, this nigga hate us. But I didn't even know y'all had the conversation.
I said it already. I was just like, this nigga hates us.
That's what he said. He was like, yeah, I just saw it. And I'm like, yo, this nigga really hate us.
It's a DJ page. People ask me about events.
Post your kids, your girl,
and honestly,
ring.
I started deleting a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, you deleted your girl and her ring off your page?
I didn't delete that picture.
I bet not.
But I'm deleting some of the family stuff on there. And like Dodge said, I probably need to create a new page. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that I won't post So Shameless stuff, but I'm going to post more pictures than audio.
I'm trying to understand what your Instagram has to do with it being a DJ page. Like what? It's not going to stop nobody from hiring you as a DJ if they see that you're in front of a mic talking
I've
about?
literally had people tell me that they haven't hired me because of my social media content before. In certain circles, I do corporate events and stuff like that. They look at that. And I've had people tell me that I missed out on opportunities because of that. So part of it is me being too self-conscious and just being an overthinker, but part of it has some truth to it.
You ever feel like somebody's called bullshit? Like, you ever feel like calling somebody bullshit? Like, if I see you DJing and then I see you in front of a mic speaking, that's going to deter me from thinking that you're a DJ?
I can't say that there's one post or another that is, I can't say like it's a So Shameless post that, this is probably before So Shameless that this happened.
You talking about before, how long we been on the show? 5 years?
Yeah.
4 years?
Yeah. It's enough to make me realize that it's a thing. Like, your social media content means something, especially when it comes to like corporate pages. Now, what you post in your stories, what you post and then delete is different, but it's basically my website, my Instagram. So if somebody's
social media website,
that's why I say what's
mass communication.
Right. So what ends up on the Explore page is different than what is on your actual page and people look at before they hire you or before you negotiate in dollar amounts and things like that.
You really want to have that kind of convo with me when I do social media? Because I would think that the best way to market who you are and what you do, being that you are DJ Trauma, is to post the pod. Because it gets you on the Explore page to people that don't know you. People that see you DJing, they go to your page, they see you're a DJ. They see you work with DJ Enough. They see you working over here at this Hennessy event or whatever, that they would have never had contact with you if you didn't post these things, because nobody's posting that shit on the Explore page. None of your DJ things are going to the Explore page. But this actually could help push you as a DJ.
Depending on the event, depending on who's hiring.
It still brings you the nonverbals. The nonverbals, Dodge. What's wrong? What are you sitting there speaking? Anyway,
what happened with the personal trainer shit? I thought that's what I was on Homie Court for.
No.
Hey,
that was you throwing me under the bus and speaking about things.
I'll take the charge for that one.
Yeah, it's two charges that you just took, because you're talking about speaking in confidence about things that were spoken in private. So I had to add my own
different
countersuit to that. Speaking about the therapist, right?
The therapist?
Speaking about the trainer. Countersuit. Do I win that one? Are you pleading guilty to that?
It was worth it. Yeah.
So you pleaded guilty to that. So that's a misdemeanor. What is that? A misdemeanor? What is that?
It's a slap on the wrist.
That's a violation?
It's a violation.
Friend violation. Friend violation.
Released
no
on
crime.
my own recognizance.
But I used that to enter in other evidence, wish I could stack a manslaughter case. Menacing. A menacing case. To the jury, I think we should send this to the. You think it's a weak case?
Yeah, I posted a flyer about an event.
Talking about you gaslighting and hating us for. Oh, you only posted 3 pictures of fucking 3 pictures of your job. You get paid for this every month. You telling me that 3 pictures on a social media campaign? This is what we do. Social media. We don't have billboards. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lex and Drea. By the way, love seeing what y'all doing out there. You know what I'm saying? But we don't. This is what we have. Tahoe TV, Doja, DJ Trump. This is what we have. So Shameless page. You don't try to push the show. You don't. No.
So there's 3 pictures on there now because I did a purge a month ago and I deleted.
And you have 13,000 followers. We have 12,000, 13,000, 12,000 followers. Of that probably don't know me and Dodge very many. Maybe what, 1,000?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you hate us? No, I'm just. Yeah.
So you did a purge of your social media and you deleted us first?
No. I knew that was going to happen. Thanks for asking that question. What I
can't take any of this seriously.
So obviously, when I said that, I knew that this question would arise. I'm no dummy, and the answer to that is
yes.
I deleted.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I deleted stuff that was like promoting a specific date. Like I deleted the rollout for the live show. I deleted a bunch of flyers and events for a specific date that I didn't feel like needed to be there, and I got a lot more to delete. I deleted a lot of my kids' pictures and stuff like that because I'm trying to rebrand myself. I've been talking to like a booking agent, and my page got to be clean. What do you like? I'm a DJ, right? I need another page that has other shit on there. So,
okay, so the other page is gonna be your family and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Your kids,
I have
and
no
then
idea.
you're gonna post us.
No,
The show, the podcast. You gonna do that? Like what?
the show could still be on my DJ page, but it's just certain content.
So why are we even speaking about this in this manner? If that's like you're using an excuse that doesn't apply to.
I deleted old pictures, like the
So the
pictures
show
were
can only
like.
be on your page if it's still pictures, not videos.
It could be a video, but the stuff that I deleted was still pictures promoting a flyer for
Because y'all already
an
know
event.
I don't let no videos of this show be on my page. So
Like if I had a picture of us and was like live show in August of 2021, yeah, I deleted that because it's a flyer promoting something that happened 2 years ago. So yeah, I deleted
Still a
some of it.
monumental moment, but whatever. I think it's time
And I
to
didn't
send it to
delete
the
it. I
jury.
archived it.
Let's send it to the jury, bro. Please.
I'm guilty.
What?
Fuck the jury.
hell is fucking jury.
No. All right.
Guilty. That's what I was trying to look for. That
jury-
nigga's guilty.
Jury, what are y'all thinking about this? Are we giving him bail? Are we giving him a max sentence? He's already pleaded guilty. What are we releasing him on his own recognizance? Max sentence. What are we doing? Let's wait for the responses. I already know Dina's gonna be like, not guilty. Look, free him. Look, Lolo, free him.
Thank
Free
you.
him. Released on his own recognizance.
Niggas never want people to do time for their crimes.
But I'm
they always want to
responsible.
free everybody.
Everything that happens though, they're like, yo, you haven't given us the live show. You don't do this. You don't come in. It's me. But when you're talking about people that can help promote the show, get us in other rooms, this motherfucker knows so many executives and shit like that.
My crimes are not egregious. I was pushing.
That was harsh. Yeah, so we're back. I guess we went to Patreon. I don't know what the fuck going on around here. Y'all all right?
I'm great.
Lovely.
I didn't even do nothing. I just want to say, at the start of the show, I want to say I didn't do shit. I ain't do shit. I did something?
No.
I did something?
No.
So why y'all like, what's wrong? Y'all all right?
No, I'm good. What do you
I'm
mean?
fine.
Almost called somebody out their name. I don't even know that person. Shout out to the Discord and the Patreon. You guys in here watching this shit live. Yo, I'm trying to be easy around here. All right. A lot has happened over the last couple of days. It seems, is Mercury in retrograde?
No.
This is just how people are now? Is this COVID? Like, why is everybody so like, like everything is, it's just a bunch of shit going on. A couple of things I want to ask. Do y'all believe in separating artists from music? Is that something that people actually believe in? Like,
People have always done that.
but now, now
Yes, they
when you're
have.
with social media, you get so close to your artists. Like you get to see them with their kids, and you hear their thoughts and just the patterns of behavior. You're still able to just kind of fuck with their music, even after seeing all of these things that can somewhat be a turnoff.
I think that it depends on what your social media is set up as. Like, I don't really follow a lot of the artists that I like, and I don't really pay attention to the shit that they do on social media because I innately believe that niggas is weird, like across the board. So I don't want to get too close to my fave. You know the what's the term? You see
Never
your
meet your
hero,
heroes.
never meet your heroes, right? So I don't want to know. I just want to listen to the music and go on about my life. Like, I don't want to know that you corny in real life.
Corny is one thing, right? Corny is one thing. I can't judge nobody for being corny. And things that I value or things that I find fucking dope. Another person, if they're off making fucking music and touring the world, I see a motherfucker that his whole head was glitter the other day. You seen that shit? black man. His whole head was glitter. And I said, wherever the fuck he's living a completely different life than me. I wouldn't do that here off Notion Avenue. But wherever the fuck he's at, that shit must be lit for him to think he was chilling too. That's how I look at a lot of the artists out here. It's like, yo, whatever life they're living, I can't imagine, right? But then you have people like Doja Cat. Do y'all like her music?
I do.
I do.
I truly enjoy Doja Cat's music.
Me too.
That being said, over the course of since she came out with Moo,
That was my shit.
right? Moo, we've starting to learn so much more about this young lady. So much more about this young lady. And it's disturbing. What the fuck is going on with Doja Cat? Do you notice? Have you seen the pictures she posts? Like looking like a complete zombie?
Yeah. She's a good example of me being able to separate the music and the artist. Because I think she makes great music because she, for lack of a better word, she's a weirdo, right? So that allows for great music. I don't want you to be regular. I don't want you to be just an average person with average thoughts. I want you to be so spaced out that your shit sounds different. And I think her music is incredible, right? So we're judging a weirdo that's operating in regular society, and then we're like, oh my God, this is weird shit. Like, yeah, that's what I expected from her. Do I say I like it? Nah, I wouldn't say I like it, but I ain't judging her for it because I like her music. I like the end product, you know what I mean? As long as it don't go too far, you know what I mean? I only start to judge an artist if it goes too far, like in the R. Kelly stratosphere of things. But anything kind of below that, I'm like, do your thing, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were canceling Kanye. This is what
He was up there with R. Kelly, though.
Why?
He was egregious to me. Yeah. He was
he was raping girls?
Not that, but he was like, you can't put yourself up as a spokesperson for black people and then just completely drop the ball. It was very irresponsible of him. And he said a lot of things that were like grounds for being called a traitor, and he's very unintelligent and just a very bad misrepresentation. As somebody that's super pro-black and all of that, like, there was a lot of shit I just couldn't stand for.
Do you realize
it's not up there with pedophilia, but it's I couldn't separate that from his
Do you
music.
realize that your daughters follow trends of stars, especially female stars? You don't think that the example being pushed by some of the people that you listen to or say, hey, this is cool, will then trickle down into the people that respect you and your opinion?
I don't understand the question.
Your daughters, you cool with them liking Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Even though she talks about devil worshiping and all types of other shit?
I mean, if you raise your kids right, they're not going to be as impressionable. There's a lot of wild imagery out there. Like, you should raise your kids to know the difference between entertainment and you instill certain values in them. Like, obviously, some things you're going to be a product of the environment. Some things are going to leave an impression on your kids. But to what extent really depends on the parenting.
Did you see that she posted a picture with a neo-Nazi? I believe he's a comedian, Sam something, on her shirt.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Do you find that disturbing at all?
I didn't see it, so I don't know the context.
Right
But
here. Now you've seen it.
it don't sound great.
It's right here. It's right here.
Doja Cat posts selfie and shirt with neo-Nazi. Oh, okay. On her shirt. Yeah. I don't know.
You seen it? Now
I
what?
see it now.
What does it do? Nothing. Am I right? Because the song's still dope.
Honestly, it would make me fuck with Doja Cat
More.
a lot less.
It would.
Yeah.
Why?
Like I said, like, out of all the things that hit home to me, shit related to black people's progression is one. So if I don't think that if you like all against that, then yeah, that's just me personally. Everybody got their things that, you know, their what do you call it? Like their standards, like where you draw the line. That's where I draw
Deal
the line.
breakers,
So yeah,
right, shit like
that's
that.
a deal
What
breaker.
about you, Dosh?
What's the question?
Does the imagery that she's been posting, specifically the neo-Nazi imagery make you fuck with her any less? Are you able to still separate the artist from the music?
It's hard for me only because I like Doja's music, but she's been wilding lately. So lately I haven't been listening to her music. So I feel like I haven't listened to the new album yet, even though I keep hearing how dope it is, how fire it is. And I'm just like, not interested. Like I can judge a person based off of who they project to society and their music separately. But then there are a lot of people that I don't like who they project to society. So once you start projecting certain images to society, it makes me turn off to your music naturally. Like, I'm not listening to the Krishan songs because I'm not interested in who she projects socially in the world. Like, I'm not listening to... I don't listen to a lot of people music. Like, I don't think I ever listened to a whole Sexy Red song. Like, I just don't listen to it. Like, I don't relate to who you are as an artist, so I don't care to listen to your music. I don't care how fire it is.
A lot of people have been speaking about it. I saw a TikTok and a girl was like, Doja doesn't like the fact that she's black. That she has, Doja actually has a black father. And it's evident that she's been doing everything she can to get away from that image of her. That reality of hers is the fact that she has black in her skin. She welcomes white culture. She wants to be a part of it. The rooms with the chat rooms back in the day where they, was a bunch of shit that was just like, why would a black woman be doing this type of shit? When people said that she liked her hair, she would say shit like, I hate my fucking hair. Now she has cut the shit the fuck off, along with all other fucking facial hair on her face.
They said on the internet that black men started finding her attractive, and she did everything in her power to make sure that she was less attractive to black men.
Doesn't bother you at all. This is like, so...
That's not my cross to bear. I don't give a fuck enough. I'm sorry. Like, people gonna do what people do. Like, I don't... Like, I wish I cared, but I don't. Because I can just not listen to your music. There's a lot of music that I dead ass just don't listen to. And a lot of this new music nowadays, it's stupid. And I don't even want to pretend to be a fan of it. Like, I'll stick to my Hoves. I stick to my Beyonce. I stick to, my punk rock pop music from the early 2000s. I went to like an alternative party last weekend. Had a fucking ball. Like, I don't have time.
I think it was after you left here, Friday.
Yeah.
You look fire in there too.
Thank you. It was so much fun. Like, that was like pure fun. Like, and I don't have to hear a bunch of niggas and bitches and pussy holes and slide and this, that, and like, I didn't have to hear none of that. Like, I just got to enjoy music for a moment and just sing and just be okay.
Speaking of being a fan, separating the artist from the music. Drake's album dropped.
How you feel about it as being Tahoe VO?
I think that anytime an artist that I like drops an album, the more they progress, it takes me a minute before I'm able to really listen to it, really hear it for what they wanted to hear. I started fucking with the sound in my truck the other day for whatever reason, and it just sucks, the sound in my truck. So if I listen to it in the truck, or even in my headphones, it sounds different than when I listen to it in the crib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there's an audio that I'm missing, that I'm not getting on it. And this is not me giving no excuses, right? Obviously, a lot of people saying they don't fuck with this shit. I like a lot of the songs. I do think he sounds angry. I think he sounds hurt. I think it's something that it's like, it's not the cups of my rose hurt either. It sounds bitter.
Yeah, he sounds like a bitter bitch on the album.
Sounds bitter. And I don't understand the bitterness at this point when you're Drake. Like, nigga, you're Drake. Like,
but what does that really mean, though?
I can't speak for him. Sorry, I got something. I can't speak for him, and I've heard the commentary from other pods and shit like that are more versed in breaking down where artists should be going across the span of their career, how they should be elevating and shit like that. I hear all that as a listener, me personally, and as a fan, I really don't give a fuck. Give me Erase My Mind. Give me a bunch of Jadeds. Give me fucking Spin About You. Give me a bunch of shit like that. I don't give a fuck with. I don't care. This shit hard. I love that shit. Me personally. But there are certain things that I find troubling. That I do feel the need to address as a person that has a daughter, as a person that loves black women. Like, I love black women, bro. I love black women, bro. Like, there's things that I can't even name when I look at black women. I'm just like, yo, y'all so fire. That even if I'm chilling around another race of people, nothing wrong with y'all, I'd still beat other races. I'd still beat, right? But there are things that I covet about black women. What?
Nah, I still beat.
I would still beat.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit when it comes to that. I'm a whore right now, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I would do all types of wild
Very
shit.
aware.
But I was expecting that coming from over there. How'd you do that, Millie? But there are things that I covet about black women, especially as a black man. I find it very disturbing. And I tried to make excuses at first. When I heard the album, I heard that, what's it called? Fear of Heights? Fear of Heights. First time I heard it, I was listening to it. The album came out 6 o'clock. I was 43 minutes at 5:17. I was like, 43 minutes and we're here to Drake album. 26 minutes of countdown. 7 minutes. At 6:01, that shit hit Spotify. I'm on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Throwing garbage to the beat. When I heard this fucking song, Fear of Heights, I heard anti, and a bunch of, anybody got the wording?
Yeah.
Some whack shit.
There's a bunch of anti, and I'm hearing it, and I'm like, my face screwed up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Anti.
but I try to like pass by the shit because, like I said, I'm not able to truly Trom. Read it. Go ahead, Trom. Let's hear your reading voice. Go ahead.
Sick.
Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? Talking about Riri, right?
Allegedly.
That can never be. Gal can't ruin me. You know, and throwing a little gal in there, you know,
It was
the
a
Caribbean
gal.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. Letting her
I
know
think so.
who he talking about. Better him than me. Better it's not me. I'm in time, auntie. Yeah, and the sex was average with you. That's a low blow. Yeah, I'm auntie, because I had it with you. Okay,
Had the sex with you.
Oh, okay, that's what it is?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Right. Okay, I'm auntie, like your daddy's sister.
Auntie. It's auntie. He said auntie.
Okay, I'm just reading what
Something
they
like
said.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if they...
Yeah, he said auntie, but it's auntie. But he said auntie just
said
to say
auntie.
auntie
Right.
again.
Auntie like a family picture, and I had way better bitches than you, TBH. Yeah, that man, he's still with you. He can't leave you. Y'all go on vacation. I bet it's Antilles. Wait, how you pronounce that? Antilles?
Yeah,
Antilles.
aunties.
Antilles.
Let
He
me
said
stop.
aunties.
Let me stop. You know what? Fuck it. Let me go. And then he get into the shit.
What the fuck is wrong with a nigga like that? I really want to understand that because nigga, I'm a fan. But what the fuck? People like, oh, that don't mean he wasn't talking about her. People like, oh, what's the problem? So what? He's always talking about girl. What the fuck did we need to hear this from you for?
He's petty.
But why?
So it's probably I'm thinking it got to be way more that we don't know about. Maybe there is some back and forth between him and her or him and Rocky, because it can't just be like when Rihanna was pregnant, people was always mentioning shit to Drake, supposedly like, oh, you missed out.
He tight.
Right? Yeah, Drake is tight. So all right, if you're responding to that, then you're going a little too far because this sounds personal. It sounds like you got some personal beef. Like you're not responding to rumors about you being tight. You're directing some shots at her and
pussy
him.
was whack.
You know what I mean?
Had bad bitches in you. These ain't even good disses. Dodge even said that. Like, when I'm really gonna get something, I'm gonna get into your whole character and break down shit about you. I ain't gonna say your pussy was whack.
So I hope for Drake's sake, this ain't in response to just rumors that he tight. It gotta be something more to it that we don't know about.
If it is, then what the fuck are you bringing us into it for anyway?
That's my point. Why do I need to hear about it?
Drake always do that.
No.
Exactly. With women. Serena Williams. Your husband, this, that, and the other. Naming it in song.
Mm-hmm.
Why you going to fucking greatest athlete of all time? Why you going at her in your songs?
Yeah. And the
black women.
Kissing and telling is whack too. You don't need to confirm that you had sex with this woman. And then talk about the sex was whack or average. Like, that's some corny kiss and tell shit.
You know what? I just think that nigga is bitter and lonely and cannot sustain a healthy relationship to save his life. And he's just mad and projecting that shit onto everybody. All of his songs have been the same. If you're talking about like the message, I left her, wasn't good enough, we're not together anymore, Marvin's room, I'm sick about the fact that we broke up, I miss you. Like, it's all the same fucking songs. You done went and bought a chain of mad fucking engagement rings of all the bitches that you could have proposed to. Like, he's really like a quintessential light-skinned man doing light-skinned shit. He's just sad.
I love it though. I think it's entertaining. And then when the beat drops, it shit slaps. The song is hard.
The song is hard, but it's just like...
So, to your point, Tahoe, to your question, separating the music from the artistry, I could rock to this album. I could bop to it. I think there's some corny shit here and there. So, yeah, he gonna lose points. Cause like my favorite niggas, like you respect him as a person. Like Hove, like I respect the way he move as a man. Like even Redman, when he's one of my favorite artists, I respected how grimy he was. You heard stories about him snuffing niggas on stage. Like you respect how he move, how he get down, right? So if this is how you get down, yeah, it's gonna take some points off of you as far as me being a fan of yours. But the shit still slaps. It's still entertaining, and damn. I can't say that it's gone too far where I'm not gonna fuck with him, but it is some, he loses some stripes though.
I still think Honestly Nevermind was like his best drop in the last few years.
Certified Lover Boy is right there.
Yeah, I agree.
You still like the dance album?
Yeah, it's Honestly Nevermind. That shit was fire. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I feel like as a consumer and as a grown-ass person, I get to pick and choose what the fuck I want to listen to. Mm-hmm. And I just don't have to listen to it. I don't have to consume it.
You don't like rapper Drake?
I do, but I haven't heard it. I haven't listened to the whole album, but I'm not hearing the rapper Drake with the Instagram quotables. I haven't heard it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I hate all these niggas. Like, I just hate everybody.
Esperanza Spalding. Do y'all know who that is?
No.
I know the name. I forget where I know her from.
I don't know who the hell she is. She's a jazz performer.
Right.
She took home a Grammy in 2011 for Best New Artist, which Drake was also nominated for. Mm-hmm. 2011. Keep in mind, 2011, 12 years ago. On his track, on this album, he says, Esperanza Spalding was getting all the praises. I'm trying to keep her humble. I'm trying to keep it gracious. Who gives a fuck? Michelle Obama put you on her playlist. Then we never hear from you again like you was taken.
Yeah.
What the fuck wrong with the nigga? I'm really trying to understand when we're talking about abusive tendencies with men. We talking about a lot of relationship here and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's wrong with this nigga?
Yeah.
You bringing up Rihanna from... whatever happened, he didn't even have a beard back then. You tried to kiss her on stage out the blue, and she ducked your shit. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about the fact that she got a man, her 2 children by this nigga. Mm-hmm. Oh, he can't leave you. Your pussy was whack. Like, what's wrong with the nigga? Every album, he's talking about these women, and okay, these are your ops, the women. You've become so bitter in your artistry. Because I'm still going, like you said, I like the music. I do like music. I do find it disturbing the way he keeps going at women. Serena Williams, I should have felt the way at Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm. Then he fake go at Meg too, allegedly.
The Meg shit. Like even the comp, like that was another thing. Was that on her loss? that was on the last album.
Yeah.
Saying some shit. Oh, this bitch lying about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. Lying about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. You on the previous albums, you was talking about being responsible socially. Talking about you want to name shit. People, niggas getting shot with their hands up. Shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. You're smart enough to know what you should be talking about and shouldn't be talking about. Why the fuck why you left that up for debate?
Salacious.
Yeah.
Why?
And then you don't do interviews, and then you don't clarify anything, so you just allow people to run with it.
I agree. I don't mind when he talk about people, but talk about niggas. Talk about other rappers. Talk about, like, when you throwing shots at Pusha T or Kanye. I respect that.
You've been beefing with Kanye, shadowboxing him for 5 years.
And I respect that. As petty as it was.
Talking about his putting subs in songs, took a left at your bitch house, all types of shit. He's always.
But at least you're not shooting at women, and you're not shooting at non-rappers that can't make a retort back. And you shooting at niggas that's nice. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I actually respect that. You're going to throw jabs. You're going to be a petty nigga. You could be petty, but not towards Rihanna or what's her name? Spalding.
Esmeralda Spalding.
Like, that's
somebody mama.
That's
like,
that's a misplaced. That's a misplaced shot. Like, if anything, shoot shots at the Grammy committee on who gave her the award over you. We're going to take shots at her because she won the award and you didn't.
12 years ago. By name, bro. Yeah. First and last.
Right. Nah, that's wild.
Niggas be in their feelings forever.
But we can go into a whole nother thing. So this was about, to me, and I just looked at my topic list. This was, to me, about, like y'all said, him not feeling enough for women, always going through these breakups and shit like that. And there's a lot of bitter niggas out there. There's a lot of bitter niggas out there. And a guy that I saw went viral recently, he had something to say about it. Oh, nigga. Come on, nigga.
Women act like women around men. Let me repeat this. Women act like women around men. So if you're dealing with women that are too masculine, too rude, too manly, like too take charge-ish, that means that they don't consider you a real man. A real man brings the woman out of a woman. She can't even help it but be feminine, but be a damsel in distress around a man. Please fix that. Please get that for me. A real man brings the lady out of a woman. It just is what it is. And the issue is you men don't know how to lead. You do not know how to direct traffic. You do not know how to guide. You do not know how to take charge. It's not about money. It's not about a bag. It's not about your sex. It's the fact that she feels an alpha man's presence and energy when she's around him. She knows for a fact that she can't play with him. She can sense that he's a protector, a provider, that he is going to nurture, build, and grow with her. That's where y'all got it fucked up. You're listening to these podcast dudes come down and tell you, oh, if you don't have this amount of money and if you don't have that, it's plenty of chicks out here dealing with niggas that can't match their paycheck by a long shot, but they love them and respect them because they know that they have a fucking man in their presence. If she's not acting like a woman around you, maybe you just not man as you think you are. I am. Truth hurts.
Oops.
What do you think about that, Trom? Because we already know what Dodge thinks. She's ad-libbing and shit. Oops. She thinks she take off and shit. She's like, hey. Mm-hmm.
I just love when men read each other.
I said Trom.
I didn't say anything. I'm just
Trom.
saying I just love when men read each other. I wasn't even diving into it. The fuck?
Tron, what do you think about this?
No, I think there's some truth there. I agree with what he's saying. I don't got no problems with it. I think it's pretty...
have you ever felt like a woman didn't respect you as a man?
I'm not going to say didn't respect me, but I did feel like...
You wasn't man enough for me.
So I did feel like there's been times where I don't like arguing. I don't like beefing. I know I said that I'm more confrontational now, but I'm confrontational in a... like just dealing with issues if there's a problem, but I'll still do it in a casual way. I ain't gonna get all rowdy with anybody. You know what I mean, man or woman. So I feel like some women can take, in the past, have taken my kindness for a weakness. So it ain't until they see the temper come out of me, which is in me, they see like, yo, my foot go down, it go down hard. Like, and then it's like, oh, then it's a different level of respect. But I hate the fact that it has to even get there. You know what I mean? So I never felt disrespected until that point, but there has been a pivot in relationships, and I feel like that's an issue with the woman, because it shouldn't take, like, that's not to me, that doesn't necessarily indicate strength for a man to have to get to that point. I feel like I show strength by not having to get to that point.
So you think when a woman doesn't respect a man as a man, who just because he isn't aggressive, that's her issue?
In my personal dealings, in the instances that I'm referring to.
Dodge, do you agree with that? When a woman does not respect a man as a man because he isn't an aggressive type of guy, is that something that is it that she just doesn't feel that he's man enough? Like, is that on him or on her?
I think that might be on her, only because, like, I don't attribute aggression to being man enough. So you can still be a man and have, like, a strong masculine presence without being aggressive. Actually, sometimes I feel like the more aggressive men are the more emotional men, and they're being more feminine in these aggressive moments. It's like, my nigga, why you so mad? Like, why are you so emotional about this thing that you gotta
So what is
rev
masculine energy? What is this masculine energy in this
there's
clip
like
that we're talking about?
I just think that there's like a presence, there's like a strength, there's just like I can't name it, like a bravado. You don't have to speak, you don't have to say anything to show a presence that shows that you're not a bitch.
I don't like
to
the
me.
word bravado.
Why?
Bravado it's almost like a show. It's almost like a
Peacocking.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand what you mean, but like, I don't know. Like, I agree with this person because I feel like in my dealings with people, especially males in the past, if I sense bitch in you, I can't, like, I'm naturally just gonna like step on you. But there's some people that I've never seen or even felt or even got the whiff of bitch in them. So I'm just like, so then I'm very much
though?
different.
Isn't that based off perspective? Because
I think it is based off of perspective, because the women that think that aggression is masculine, there's something wrong with you innately. You don't have to be aggressive with me for me to respect your masculine energy. Like, that does not go hand in hand, because aggression actually, that makes me shy away from you. And then I'm just like,
some women do enjoy that. Some women like that.
Yeah, and those are the women that have healing to do, because aggression and masculine, to me, they don't go hand in hand like that. Like, you could just walk in, like a woman could walk in a room and you can feel her femininity. She doesn't have to say anything. She doesn't have to do anything, but you can just tell. There are certain women that I feel like, from the male perspective, like, there's certain women that walk in and you like, I know I can't even play with her. Like, I know I can't even like play games with this type of woman just because her caliber is this, or she carries herself like that. And I feel like it's the same way when it comes to women and when we look at men. Like, yeah, I could tell he not a bitch. I'm not even going to sit here and like play no games with him. Like, I'm going to take him seriously.
The question that I have is an interesting one. And the reason why, it's like, okay, like, say I've been around women who I felt was trying to test my masculinity, and like they pushing me to the level that I don't really like going to. It's like, why are you talking to me like that? It's almost like you don't respect my ability to lead in the situation. Like, a woman asked me a question one day, and she was like, but why would you, the minute you say, why would you, I already feel like you're leading towards argument. You're almost calling me stupid. Because why would you is the wrong way to ask a question to me as a nigga. Y'all understand that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Why would you is almost being like, that was a stupid thing to do. Hold up. Y'all hear what I'm about to go, right?
Yes.
And so when you speak to me like that, or even start like going in with the bass and da 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 da, and I'm like, first of all, I don't like being spoken to like that. And then, well, you could get off my phone. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
It's very much like, who the fuck are you talking to?
It's very much, who the fuck is you talking to? Does that mean that she doesn't respect me as a man?
To me, yes, because there's certain men that I don't even,
I
would never even talk to you like that.
So, right?
Yeah.
So now, is that me? In this situation, have I given her bitch tendency?
No.
Or is that something with her that she's like, no, I just like a more masculine or / aggressive type of nigga that I know I can't talk to like that.
That's what I said. I think that for those type of women, it's something wrong with them because you're pushing somebody to the point of aggression unnecessarily. Like, then I feel like for men, that should be a red flag. Like, I can't even fuck with you because you the type that you gonna make me like really lose it in this house and then make it seem like I'm the problem type. Like, nah.
And if you're gonna bring that out of me, then I need to stay away from you. I'm not gonna try to counteract with some aggression. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm out of here. Like, this ain't for me.
Son.
You're gonna bring out a side of me I don't want to bring out.
And I like shorty, right? Off presentation. Like, I just like, but sometimes you get around a person and you're like, you was better off being a fantasy. You was better off,
Yeah.
you know, being want, because I met a hero at this point. I feel like I just met my hero. It was very disappointing. You know what I'm saying?
I think that level of discernment is very important when it comes to people altogether. Like, I feel like the older I get, the more I factor in the meaningfulness of certain connections with people. So as we know, like, I have a monogamous relationship where I could, if I wanted to, go out on a date or talk to somebody, whatever the case may be. I have actively chosen not to because when I weigh it in my head, it's just like, it don't really make no sense. It's kind of a waste of time for everybody. And like really seeing, I'm like, what if this nigga is corny and then I'm about to go through this whole song and dance for what? Or just really like paying attention to people's like movements and behaviors, and it's just like, it ain't worth it. I'd rather keep you a fantasy in my mind. Like, I'd rather keep the thought like, you know, this nigga fine in my mind. I'm not even gonna push the envelope with that because I could feel it. Like, I can already kind of see like, this ain't gonna do what I need to do. So you stay in my head. And I think that a lot of men should use that type of discernment more and just lust over people or just like people or have a crush on people and not necessarily have to push every interaction with everybody that they find attractive, because then when she wind up being crazy or she wind up being corny, then you and your feelings about it, and it's like, did you really have to fuck with her? You could have just kept liking her pictures and sending her heart eyes on Instagram. Like, that was a perfect situation between y'all.
Right.
Leave people the fuck alone sometimes.
It's so crazy. I see a lot, you know, with this dating thing nowadays that people are really crazy. And the people, especially at this age, I wonder, is there any truth to the fact that at this point in the game, you meet somebody, they've got years, at 40 something years old, they've got years of disappointments that most times they have not worked through.
Yep.
Is that's fair? That's a fair.
Yeah, that's why most men at your age and older, they go for girls in their 20s and then they're like their early to mid to late 20s because they're like, they have less baggage and they have less like bad relationships, if that makes sense, that they haven't worked through. So it's probably easier to deal with them than deal with a bitch that's 35 years old that had 6-7 failed relationships.
If a man said that, is that an acceptable answer to why he's dating a 28-year-old?
I don't think that it's acceptable. I think that you can find women that are healed, that are older, but it's like a needle in a haystack. And most men, they don't like to, again, it goes back to that discernment thing, right? Like, you would rather talk to the girl that you think is better, if that makes sense. Or like, oh, she's pretty, she's cute, we exchanging things in the DM, she a little young, she ain't have that many relationships. This is easier than to actually find somebody your age.
Why not choose easier?
Find somebody within your maturity level to be able to say like, all right, have you been to therapy? I don't understand why people don't ask this question more. Like, have you been to therapy?
But why do I have to go through all that if this is literally easier?
Why? Because easy not better.
Okay.
So I was going to say the same thing. Like, in my opinion, it's more fire if you find that 40-something-year-old that has gone through life, but they've actually came out and they've dealt with all their issues and they dealt with the emotional baggage and they're a better person now. I'd rather deal with that person than the person in their 20s that hasn't gone through life yet, and you don't know what the fuck is going to happen. It's a question mark. It's like bad credit versus no credit, or you know what I mean? Like, no credit If you ain't never had credit before, that's more of a red flag than bad credit. Like bad credit, like, all right, at least I know you've been through some shit. You know how to bounce back.
But what about helping somebody establish credit? Like at that point, you're like, yo, why do we have to go back past all of the bad shit that you went through? Instead of we could just start from now. Do this, do that, do this, do that, and we live in a 800 score. But
you could come through the bad shit and be at a great mental space and be like, yo, this was life, this is what I dealt with, and this is what I want now, and I'm free from all of that. Like you could come out of it in a good space.
Dodge is saying that finding that woman at 40 that has healed, learned such and such and such is like finding a needle in a haystack.
Right.
You don't have much time at this age to do all of that searching for a needle in a fucking haystack.
I think it's about discernment.
And then why?
Don't waste your time with certain people. You ask the questions that are important to ask. Are you looking for a needle in a haystack
in your dating life?
I did.
Girl, the fuck you did not.
Okay.
I hate when she does this.
I
hate when you do that. Like, oh no, he did me. No, you didn't. You was dating a bunch of losers too. And you was like, last. Oh no, he wasn't my man. He was just a nigga.
Yeah.
I was fucking and a nigga this and a nigga that. I met several of them. They was not it.
You keep saying several, and it's not fucking true. I've only bought like 2 people tops.
And then other people.
Okay. Who? How many niggas have I ever bought to you and said, this is my man?
With mad niggas.
So what? Because I'm trying to find my needle in the motherfucking haystack. Duh.
What's the discernment on saying?
The discernment is not allowing longevity and wasting time. That is the discernment. I'm dating you for 6 months. I understand you not the nigga for me. I'm gonna keep having fun with you, and I'm gonna move on.
You don't have mad 6 months to wait. You don't have mad 6 months to wait when you got one easy right here.
All right, so then do your easy. Have fun.
Yeah, when you're all right. So basically, this kind of went into, as an older man, why you date younger women, because of the conversation that we brought up. I don't know how we got there. That wasn't where I was gonna go. But what I was gonna say is that dating in this age, especially with social media, I just realized that most people on social media is stupid, idiots. They're taking advice from other idiots. The blind leading the blind.
Yes,
it's literally the bottom of the barrel. I feel like somebody asked me where to meet men. I said, go out with your friends to their functions around their friends. There's a different level of responsibility when you meet one of your friends' for some reason. You just respect them more. You're not going to disrespect your friend's friend that way most times. Right. And they're not going to kind of hook y'all up like that if they don't think that y'all good for each other. So there's just a different bar is set kind of like. So I was like, hopefully at this age you've established a solid friend group. And y'all like having fun together, and they have their life at Morehouse, and you had your life at fucking Georgia State or whatever, and you go to their things, and then you meet somebody that's somewhat removed from their nuclear circle, but it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this is fucking Brian. Hey, that's Angela. Oh yeah, she went to school here. And then y'all date. Next thing you know, y'all walking down the aisle.
Yes.
This social media shit is nuts, because these people out here are fucking nuts. I have an example of a person out here that I think is nuts. I actually believe some people in this room would not. Here we go. Oh shit, fuck it. I had it all prepared, and then we started talking about older niggas and shit.
But yeah, this is my list. I want better for the girlies. Absolutely nobody asked for this, but here are my stipulations for pregnancy. Starting with no ring, no baby. I will not be elaborating on that. Second one, from the moment I'm aware of conception, I will no longer be working until the child is in JK or at least 4 years old. JK is junior kindergarten. Next, push present per child. That can range from a car, it can range from traveling to someplace, but whatever I want it to be. Then we have a doula and a night nurse. You guys should search up what those are, because I plan on getting my full 8 hours of rest. Maybe I'll be pumping, but we could get into that. Then we have therapy sessions booked 6 months out postpartum, because we all know about postpartum depression, but have you guys heard of postpartum psychosis? Next, we have surgery pre-booked if needed, breast lift, tummy tuck. If I decide that, my body looks kind of crazy after having this baby, I want to go back to how I looked pre-baby. We better have that booked. Then the last thing is, of course, my baby moon, because I need to relax, enjoy my traveling before my life changes forever. But yeah, this is my list. I want better for the girlies.
I find her to be nuts.
Absolutely nobody.
I find her to be nuts. I will say that,
No ring, no baby.
yo, the way Instagram still plays shit now, I mean, Twitter will still play the video when the phone is locked. Do I think that she had valid desires? Absolutely. I think this is great planning. But stipulations for getting pregnant, I think it's fucking weird. I think it's weird. Like, I think that saying like, oh, if we get pregnant and I need to have surgery, then the stipulations for me to get pregnant is that you're going to pay for me to get surgery. I think that's weird. I think that half of the things on it is like, those are things that you discuss with your partner, but having them as stipulations, all of these, I think it's weird. Dodge, I would think that you disagree, but Trom is nodding. He looks like he has something he wants to say.
I was just going to say, I'm not mad at the list. I don't think those stipulations should be on the other person. It should be things that you want. So if you want that for yourself, if you want a vacation, if you want therapy for yourself, if you want tummy tuck, like, get that for yourself. You know what I mean?
Even if you're in a relationship and you
Even
just
if
had
you're in a
somebody's
relationship.
baby.
But to put that as a stipulation for your partner, now you're putting a huge financial ticket on your relationship. So basically you're saying you want to date rich, which is fine too, but that's the only weird part I find about the list. The list to me is more of like, these are my financial needs. It's a rich person's list. Or I want to date somebody that has the money to handle all this.
Would you be cool with the list if you guys were doing it together financially?
Yeah, I'd be cool with the list if I was like super wealthy and well off. Like, I don't mind the financial demands on the list. To your point, I just think it's a lot as a stipulation to put on my partner. Like, it's okay to want this for yourself, but why do you asking somebody else to provide this for you?
But what if you guys had a modest home, like Drake said about Joe Budden? Modest. He said he had a modest home in 973. I was like, yo, that's a crazy word to use. Modest was hilarious.
Yeah.
But say y'all had a decent income. Y'all make 200 together combined. Y'all make 200 combined. This was a crazy list to ask financially.
So to say I'm not working from the minute I found out of my pregnancy until when did she say? To what year?
Junior kindergarten. That's 4 years old.
So that's a long time span. I'm okay with that if you can financially make that possible in your relationship, right? I'm okay with the push gift, but damn, you're asking for what she say, a car or a vacation?
She said it could be a car or something else, but there has to be a push gift per child.
None of this sounds like modest income to me. It sounds like you got to be upper middle class at the very least. You know what I mean?
I think push gift was probably what bothered me the most. I think that bothered me the most. Doula, night nurse, and also because I'm getting my 8 hours sleep, that bothered me also. It sounds like a bunch of people. It sounds like when people that have kids talk about how to raise kids. It was just weird and fucking obnoxious.
A lot of
Dodge,
entitlement, yeah.
Entitlement. There it goes. Go ahead, Dodge. Tell us, men, how we're trash.
Y'all trash. Like, it's just, I don't think that there's anything wrong with setting expectations for what you want moving forward. I don't think that there's anything wrong with her list if it is feasible and affordable for everybody. I agree with half of it, and the other half I don't agree with, but that's just me and my perspective, and from also being a parent and understanding what it is that I wish that I had the first time, if there is going to be a second time, what I would like to have. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't understand why push gifts bother you so much. I don't understand why a woman can't kind of still have a little bit of the things that made her who she was before a parent, after being a parent. I definitely said to Drew that if we were to have another kid, he definitely would have to pay for my surgery, because I'm not even about to go through that whole trying to figure it out, trying to snap it back. I don't like the gym. Y'all know how I feel about that shit already. Like, nah, fuck that. Give me a tummy tuck and we good. We straight. If I can't get a tummy tuck, I'm not pushing nothing out this tummy, and I'm very dead ass about it. Like the baby moon, it doesn't have to be expensive. It's just a small vacation where you get to relax before you have the baby. A push gift, it don't have to be a car. If she said the car was a max, a push gift can be my doula or night nurse. It could be, y'all know I love bags and shoes. Like, give me a new YSL and a pair of kicks. Thank you. Congratulations to me.
The problem with me and the things that she said,
it omits
with all
the
due
man.
respect, it was selfish as fuck. It really had nothing to do with how you're raising the child. It wasn't like the stipulation, like, well, if I have a child, I just want you to know I want my children to go to private school. We'll be taking that child on trips every two times a year. I want my child to be worldly traveled, things like that. Things that's like, yo, this is what I expect as a family going forward. It was very me, which is now I understand a little bit more what Trauma is saying, because of these things that you want for yourself, have that shit set up. And I don't have a problem y'all doing it as a unit, but making it as a fucking list to present to a fucking person in your life, that's mad selfish, obnoxious. It really had nothing to do with y'all raising a family. It's all about me.
Because I'm the one carrying
that's like
the
me
baby.
telling a woman, I expect my house to be. I need food on the table 4 or 5 times a week.
Did you just say that 2 weeks ago?
I expect you to suck dick 3 or 4 times out of the 5 times we have sex. It's
sure
like,
you
yo,
said
these
that
are things that I want for myself. It's just very fucking selfish. It's just very fucking selfish.
It's not
and it may be things that
selfish.
you want, that you can have. But imagine if I made a list of all of the things that I wanted a woman to do in my life.
But the things that she's saying, how is that selfish? If I'm the one carrying this baby, I want to be catered to and pampered in a certain way, because I'm the one that's doing the heavy fucking lifting of this whole situation. So I don't understand how that's selfish. I'm the one that has to carry the baby. It's my body that's going to be affected. It's my mental health that's going to be
have to do with you
affected.
carrying a goddamn baby?
It is a thank
every
you.
Child.
Thank
every
you, nigga.
child. Bitch,
Thank
love you,
me, ho.
Find somebody that loves you. That
Thank
had the
me.
same fucking
Say thank you
mindset as you.
for putting your body through
Thank
all
you.
of this for this
buy you a
family.
car.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta buy you a fucking
y'all keep
Louis
holding
bag.
on to this fucking car shit, because she said a car or something else. It could be something less than a car, but car was her max. She don't need a new car for every fucking baby. That's not even logical.
She said it.
But she did say that she wants a gift for every child that she pushes out. She wants some type of a gift. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, especially because most of the bitches walking around now, they don't get shit but a motherfucking baby.
The problem is she mentioned a lot of self-care, which is okay, but
How
some
is
of
that
that
the
you can
problem?
provide for yourself. To put those stipulations on another human being,
Why
it's
you
like,
keep saying another
wow.
human being like it's not the other parent? It's
It
like
is-
it's like you
it's-
putting it on a random nigga on the street like, hey, other human being, make sure you do this for me. No, nigga, we made this baby together, so
To Tahoe's
take care
point,
of
these
me.
stipulations have nothing to do with parenting. It has all to do with your needs.
How are they gonna have anything to do with parenting of a
self-
fucking newborn? You don't
your-
even parent a newborn.
Your self-care needs. And I'm not saying that it can't be a joint thing. Obviously, the self-care of my pregnant woman is of the utmost importance. But to give me a list of demands, like this is a hostage
So
negotiation.
So a baby moon? Is she gonna go on that shit? Is that a solo trip?
What's a baby
no,
moon?
nigga, you there with her.
What's a
like
baby
y'all are
moon?
going on vacation together.
Oh, it's a vacation.
Yes, it's a vacation that you go on. The two parents go on together before the fucking baby gets here.
Oh,
like,
it's a pregnant vacation.
yes, when you're pregnant, before you have like you talking about like baby showers and shit. No, take me on vacation. Let's go fucking relax. Let's go to an island for a couple of days before the baby gets here. She's not doing that shit by
Is
herself.
there anything on this list that is not financial in some nature? Because she never said, come to Lamar's class with me, support, rub my belly with cocoa butter. Like, she's not looking for that. She's looking for things with a price tag on it. So back to my original point. If I'm a billionaire and I got it to spend and you my wife, then everything that on that list is cool. But
A billionaire? You gotta be a billionaire for me to get a motherfucking vacation and a doula?
you don't need to be a
Y'all
billionaire.
niggas is
All right,
sick.
Dodge. All right, a millionaire, Dodge. Is that
A
better?
millionaire?
You're asking for a car and 5 years of not working, but you want all of this other shit
Nigga,
that
a
costs
car
money.
could be leased. Like you acting like you just buying a car full
All right,
price
Dodge.
outright. Y'all niggas
For the sake of my
wildin'.
point, whatever net worth you think is makes sense for these demands. My point is 99% of her list has a financial price tag. She's not asking for any nurturing. She's not asking for anything loving. She's asking for a nigga that got bread to spend on her. That's the list.
To spend on her mental health and her recovery from going through childbirth.
Facts, but there's a price tag. There's a lot of mental health shit that does not have a price tag to it. There's a lot of just support and being there that could be on the list, but it's not. So you can already see where she's at mentally with it. She wants a rich nigga, that's all. And if that's your preference, then cool. But just say that.
I don't feel like you gotta be rich to do these things. I'm sorry. I don't think that anything on her list requires millionaires, billionaires, or anything of that nature. If you are pregnant and you have 9 months, 10 months to prepare for a child, these are things that can be done. The only 2 things that I don't agree with is her saying that from the point of conception she needs to stop working, because you gonna be bored as fuck. Ain't really nothing to do. And the second thing I don't agree with, I'm not staying home with no kids until 4. Sorry, not sorry. Like, it sounds good in theory, that shit not lit. Those are the only 2. Everything else sounds perfectly fine to me.
Again, I had a problem with what I feel is obnoxious. I just feel like there are certain things that you just don't do. Like having the list of things that you want for yourself. I actually like the list. Mm-hmm. I wish I could provide that list. Mm-hmm. But if somebody presented it to me, it would be a turn off for me.
Right.
Right? It's almost like a woman that likes sucking dick, like I said. If I present her with requirements, not how I like my shit sucked, but how many times and things of that nature, it would be a turnoff. And I think that's literally all my only problem with it. It has nothing to do with the financial obligation. It's just more like the nerve of you, like saying like, oh, I need this per child, and it's just a lot. It's like, find somebody that likes you. You don't need to present them with a fucking demand.
But that's not necessarily true to say find somebody that likes you, because y'all didn't know what a push gift was until I got here and told y'all what the fuck it was. You just found out what a baby moon was, but a lot of women did. So it's like, I need to let you know what my expectations are before I want to start a family with you, because what if I'm starting a family with a nigga that doesn't even know that these things exist? That doesn't know that a doula and a night nurse exist.
Discernment, like you said. But then again, it's also like have certain conversations, say like these are the things we want, leading up to getting pregnant, or while dating, or while y'all are in a relationship. But presenting him with a list.
But I don't think she ever said that she was going to present him with a list. She said that these are the things. This is her notes.
You present even good, like what I was initially talking about was how nuts the internet is. Just having that shit on a fucking list sounds just obnoxious.
Do you not plan things out in your future? Do you not make lists and goals?
Board for pregnancy?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay. All right. I thought you were supposed to do pictures.
But there's different ways to do it. Like there's some people that like to organize the things that they like to see in their future.
Is an obnoxious list?
I don't think that it's obnoxious, and I think that
saying you're going to stay home from the minute you find out you're pregnant to 4 years.
I don't think that that's obnoxious. I think that is
entitled.
No, not entitled. It's ill-informed. Like, it sounds good in theory until you're actually there, and then you might feel differently. But in theory, I said that I wanted to stay home until my baby was 2. By the time she was 4 months, I said, get me out of this house. I'm having cabin fever like a motherfucker. Like, I want to go back to work.
I got a whiteboard. I need
something to do.
I have a whiteboard at the crib. It has my goals up there. I guess you could call it a vision board. None of the shit on there is a list of things that I need somebody else to do for me. Now, granted, I'm not able to get pregnant, and I'm not saying that I can empathize with that. I understand that. But to give somebody a list of stipulations on a vision board that have nothing to do with what you're doing, it's self-care. You're expecting this of your loved one. It's a lot for a vision board. You know what I mean? I could understand if this is something that I would desire to have, but you're putting all of it on this other person, and it's all financial. That's what I'm saying. You're basically, okay, so call it what it is. You're just asking somebody to cover your tab for all of the shit you want to do.
Cover your tab when a pregnancy is crazy.
I mean, but it's not necessarily, it's not just your pregnancy. It's not like make sure that my health is good, and it's a little bit past pregnancy. A new car.
Yes.
A new car is past just take care of me while I'm pregnant. You know what I mean?
I agree. You gotta get me a G-Wagon. It's nuts. No, come on. You know she don't want no Camry. Don't even try it.
Right.
You know she don't want no Ultima. Just like that's like me getting her a motherfucking Coach bag. You want a bag? Here, take this Coach bag. She's gonna
First
be
of
like,
all,
what the fuck is this?
Coach bags have been dropping. They have a new designer,
knew you
and
was
I
gonna
have
do that.
not seen
I knew
one
you was
yet
gonna
that I
do
did
that.
not like.
Oh, they have the best leather.
There's a couple of Coach bags that I
leather.
want, and I wish a bitch would. I actually have 2 in the closet right now. Me and my little.
There's another
Know what I
clip
mean?
that I've seen. I never watched it, but I did see that it's been going around left and right. And we have a couple minutes, being that we had to take that whole shit out. We have a couple minutes left before we get into it.
I know what video it is. I think I know.
Which
I
one?
wish I start betting on this shit
What's the video?
of the delusional girl.
What, delusion of what?
Delusion of thinking that she was love bombed in a relationship.
No.
Oh.
That was nuts.
That was some
a
nut
lot.
ass shit.
But I also think that that's the internet now. Like, you documented all of this. Like, oh, he kissed me. Oh, we this. And oh, this. Oh, no, wait, we're going to get married. And oh, no, next, no, he's leaving for Vegas. And it's just like, yo, why do we need to know all this?
Sick.
Why do we need to know all of this?
Because everybody's crazy.
Get the fuck in your house or out the house or off the internet or what the fuck?
They can't. That's their validation. Okay. Go.
Before we go into this video that I have here, you guys asked me I asked y'all how was your week, and you want to know how my weekend was. Mm-hmm. So y'all go first. How was your weekend?
Oh,
Why y'all looked at each other? Y'all was together?
no, you looked at Dodge, so I was expecting
He
her to
always
answer.
look at me first, so then I looked at you.
Oh, my weekend was good. It was busy. Good to be busy though. Getting gigs and traveling and doing
Posting.
a lot, doing the most. I post some of the gigs that I do. Most of the shit that I do, I don't post, or I can't post, or it's private. But y'all also realize in my age that I do like back-to-back gigs, and I'm like bedridden the next day. Like, yo,
Bedridden
this shit,
sick, yeah.
my comeback is not what it used to be, man.
Pause. Josh, how was your weekend?
Lovely. I had
3-day weekend? You're here working on the 3rd day, so.
yeah, and then I still have to go home and do more work. So that's fine.
Why? Because you was out partying all weekend? Because you could have did that on Friday or Saturday.
No, you're talking about last weekend. This weekend, I was home with a kid.
So you could have did your work when you got home.
I
Why you
couldn't
was
have.
home?
I couldn't have yesterday. Yesterday, I don't have a lot of days off. So like in my head, I do things. So yesterday was like a deep cleaning day. Like I stripped the baby's whole room and like reorganized and cleaned the whole thing or whatever. So I was doing that.
And you finished?
Reading. Yeah. We was reading. I did laundry. Like yesterday was like a house day. And then today was like a work day. So I woke up today, did some lesson plans, came here, gonna go home, do some more lesson plans and get ready for my week.
This is what she does. This one, I'm gonna tell you right now, she's the only person I know that could deep clean in a day. Melly, me deep cleaning means I destroy the whole house. The house fucked up. By the time I get halfway through, I'm exhausted. I'm looking, there's a fucking pile over here. Everything that was in this room is in there, all messed up. I'm either sleeping on the couch, the floor, or in a bed full of other shit that I'm just too tired.
Do you
to
do the
put
whole
away.
house in one day?
You just said you did. You just said you deep clean, so that's
Yeah,
what I was assuming.
no. I can't do the whole house in one day. I have to pick
She
rooms.
does. It'd be one day that you do the shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Well, she used to. She'll do that shit for me no more. But she used to go nuts in here. And I'll come in here and be like, what the fuck? How the fuck is one person do that? You hire a bunch of people. Why did everybody know what I was about to say? How did everybody know what I was about to say? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
They
I do want
probably
to hire
like,
cleaners. Though.
okay?
Son.
Hire a bunch of what, motherfucker? I will say that
This nigga's sick, bro. It's not okay.
Maricón, cabrón. I had my children from Thursday to last night. My mother and my daughter went to Vermont on a girls trip. Family, all of the ladies
Dope.
that
That's
could travel
nice.
went away, and they did a lot of bonding, which was really dope. I spoke to my daughter. She was like, "Yo, this was very necessary because we're not really family. Like we're very nuclear. Me, mom, my mom, my daughter, and my sons. You know what I'm saying? But she was like really chilling with the aunts and shit like that. I ain't gonna lie. Try to hit my baby mother like, so yeah, not gonna have no coverage here in the house. You know, I be having things to do. Can I just leave them with you this weekend? She's like, yeah, no, I got things to do. So yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out. I was like, all right. I can honestly say I respect women so much. And the reason I say that is because I realize that life is really about making food, cleaning up the kitchen, and figuring out what you're gonna make to eat next in a couple hours. It was that way for fucking 4 days. It was breakfast, wash the kitchen, figure out what's for lunch. Cook lunch, wash the kitchen, figure out what's for dinner. Then they're looking at you like, so what are we gonna do? I was like, I just did mad shit. What are you talking about? What are you gonna do? What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? And I gotta eat 3. You already ate 3 times. You hungry? You want a snack? What do you mean you want a snack? Women are fucking, and it wasn't that bad the first 2 days. But by Saturday, Sunday, I was sitting here like, yo, I must have fell asleep. I came home, cooked breakfast. By 1 o'clock, I was dead, nigga. Just for 3 days, I was like, who the fuck raised these motherfuckers? It's because I always got coverage. It's like the ladies around always doing shit. My mom be cooking their meals. Look, this one, look, why? I knew she was gonna drag it. Remember I told you I'm gonna give her fodder to drag niggas? Mm-hmm. But doing it by yourself, with nobody else, not wanting to have just, ladies just around them and shit like that. I'm like, no, we're gonna do this. It's just us. You know what I mean? I'm fucking in here dancing with these little niggas. I'm like, these niggas want to dance. It's 9:30. These niggas dancing. They got all this energy. I must have gave them too much sugar. Got them haircuts. Nigga, we go to see the Hove exhibit. By the time we went to the Hove exhibit, we was a whole new family, bro. It shit just felt like, by that time I was just running now. I already know I had the food seasoning from that morning. I got the food seasoning. I was like, the only thing I really got to do is pop the shit in the air fryer and put the broccoli on. I cooked the fucking rice already. The shit's sitting in it. What, woman? What? But it was really dope. And I suggest all fathers take that time away from all your other support and do that shit yourself. And I think that is something that, and we had this, I actually saw the dude from Britain or the UK on a podcast. They was like, yo, I had my kids without them and it's a whole new level of respect. But what, Daj? What about what I said is irritating you so much?
No.
The non-verbals? No? All of the non-verbals?
Nope. I'm not going to do it.
Can I take a guess?
Sure.
Tahoe's basically explaining something in one weekend that single mothers do all the time.
That's crazy, though.
Throughout the kid's life.
That's crazy. How the fuck can they do that every day? How the fuck do y'all? That's crazy. And y'all work? And gotta suck dick? Yeah. That's nuts. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. But hey, y'all body, y'all choice. Why the fuck y'all choose to do it again and again? Please. Couldn't be me. I did that shit one time and been like, no, it's just me and this little nigga, only child, and a cat. Or a fucking dog. And a dog might be too much maintenance.
Too much.
A dog might be too much maintenance. After the first one, and I gotta cook 3 times a day? And change your clothes, and you fucking make sure they got their issues. So I go to put them in the bed wet from that morning. I'm like, oh, Pete, why you ain't telling me? They looking at me like, why you ain't check? I was like, how the fuck was I supposed to know? You're mad old. You don't do this. Every once in a while we do. So I had to put them to bed at 10:30. I'm exhausted. I had to take the shit out, go put the shit in the laundry, in the washing machine, go find the other shit that we had somewhere tucked away. They sitting there like, I'm like, who the fuck raised y'all? Why is it so hard?
Yeah.
Got to the point where Elijah started doing shit for me. He's like, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah?
I swear to God.
Nice.
We, like, Sunday morning, I was like, yo, let's eat outside. Put a table outside. He's like, I'll get the chairs. Boom, boom, boom. We finished eating. I'm like, yo, I'm just going to sit right here for a while. He's like, all right, I'm going to put the dishes away. I'm like, does this nigga know I'm not adequate? Like, does this nigga know that I'm lost in the sauce? He's like, yo, I'm going to get the other chairs, put them back inside. I'm like, this nigga's helping.
He felt that you were overwhelmed.
He's like, yo. And then going home, Amari's like, Daddy, thank you so much. You did great. You fed us all weekend. And I just really appreciate you playing music. I'm like,
that made it all worth it, huh?
Shit felt dope. I took a bunch of Brooklyn pictures. I Brooklynized these Bronx niggas. Had my son put down the hat to the side like Jay used to do. Nigga. Brooklynized these little Bronx niggas. Sent them home on some shit. How about some hardcore? Now mom's got to deal with that shit. What do you have to say?
I don't have shit to say. I'm not going to do it. I'm not.
Lesson to be learned from this, and the reason why I said this is dads, take the moments away from parents, away from your support system, your sister, moms, grandmother. Do that shit yourself, because it not only was a great bond for me and them, which we do things all the time, but I'm always able to come back and somebody's helping me do the next step, right? And so doing that whole weekend, for one, it's something that I think can be done. I can do it, but it's gonna have to take real planning. I don't know how y'all do that shit off the cuff, like all the fucking time. Me, there were times when, all right, I had the rice. Fuck, I ain't got the broccoli. Fuck, they wanted cheese eggs. Don't got no more cheese. Like, and I'm running back and forth to the store. These niggas just laying around in these boxes like, ain't got no cheese. Look at them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And there was a lot of planning and kind of figuring out the whole thing, shopping bulk because me, I'll get what I need for the night. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll go pick up a pack of chicken and I'll pick up some broccoli or whatever, and that's what I need. But I ain't thinking about tomorrow morning.
Right.
And I get back and fuck, these niggas are starving. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't have the grits. I ain't got no grits. All right, I'll be back. So it was a bunch of that. But yeah, I think it was a really dope weekend. Really fucking dope weekend. I enjoyed the shit out of my weekend. So you can talk shit all you want. I don't care.
No.
I'm on the fucking Saturday. I know they like baseball. I'm on the fucking internet looking for a batting cage for them and shit. I was gonna call you because I remember years ago we went to one in the city that was like a game place, but they had a little batting cage in it. You remember that shit? I was like, yo, that'd be dope. They got the games. They got a little batting cage in it that was kid friendly or whatever. I don't know if that shit still exists. But we didn't go there. We wound up going to the whole exhibit, which I didn't ever really think they was going to enjoy. Them niggas had a fucking time in there.
Really?
Them niggas in there like this, throwing up the diamond sign and shit. So, great time. Great time.
Proud of you.
You shady motherfucker. I am going to save the next... Look at Melly smiling. Melly smile. Look at Melly smiling. It's not even a grimace. I'm gonna say the next topic for the next portion of the goddamn show. Let's get the hell out of here. I gotta pee. Dodge, you gotta pee too. And I might as well get a drink, right?
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. So shameless. Y'all know what to do, right? Go to Patreon. All right, peace. Bye.